To order, Munhall Council, sorry for the little bit of late start. We had an executive session. Basically, it was personnel matters. And now we're getting ready to get our meeting. If you could please stand for the pledge. I'd like to have Senator Costa lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please recognize some people that are here tonight. Just looking around the room, we have the President of Council from Homestead, Willie Cunningham. We have the Honorable Mayor from West Homestead.
Thank you.
The legendary John Dindak. We have Mrs. Bodner here tonight, and it must be a special occasion because she doesn't come real often. We have Austin Davis from the County Executive's Office, Rich Fitzgerald. And we have Jay Costa here, our Senator. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Everybody else is important here too. So the first thing we're going to do is, there's a recognition for the mayor. While he's still standing, I'm going to keep you standing, Mayor. You can go up by that easel up here if you can. And Mrs. Bonner, can you step up too?
Hey, watch up. Ray, watch right there. Watch up.
We're up here too. I mean, when you're involved in politics, like the mayor has been for 52 years, first as an auditor for the Borough of Munhall, starting in 1964, was elected to council in 72, became president of council, and then in 1987, almost to the day, February 19th of 1987, he became the mayor of Munhall Borough. First, we have some people everywhere too, but I'll read the Munhall Proclamation first. Whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond G. Bodner for his 30 years of service as mayor of the Borough of Munhall, beginning on February 19th, 1987. And whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond Bodner for his 15 years of service as a councilman, president of council for the Borough of Munhall, beginning January 3rd, 1972 through February 19th, 1987. And whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond G. Bodner for his 8 years of service to the borough as an auditor from January 6, 1964 through January 3rd, 1972. Whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond G. Bodner for his dedication to Munhall and Still Valley Baseball as a sponsor and a coach. And whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond G. Bodner for his involvement in his 44 years of service with the Still Valley Council of Governments, now the Still Rivers Council of Governments, being the director of that organization for 36 years. Whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Raymond G. Bodner for his service to our country as a veteran of the United States Army during the Korean conflict. The borough recognizes his dedication to all veterans who are remembered during our annual Munhall Memorial Day Parade and Veterans Day program. Whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes Mayor Bodner for over 50 years of service to Munhall, and whereas the Borough of Munhall recognizes the Mayor and Jane Bodner for over 60 years of marriage. Now for there be resolved by the Council of the Borough of Munhall. Munhall recognizes tomorrow, February 18th, 2016, as Raymond G. Bodner Day in Munhall, Pennsylvania.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's wonderful.
And we also received some letters. She couldn't make it tonight, but Betty Esper has wrote a short note here. I'll read this. Congratulations on celebrating 30 years of service as the mayor of the Borough of Munhall. The residents of Munhall have been blessed with a mayor who has dedicated himself to promoting and bettering the community of Munhall. On behalf of the Homestead Council and the Homestead family, we wish you many good and healthy years. Sincerely, Betty Esper, your classmate. They graduated together. And there's one other one here from the Still Valley Enterprise Zone. Dear Mayor and Member of Council, on behalf of the Still Valley Enterprise Zone Corporation, I want to recognize Mayor Bodner for his 30 years of service as Mayor of Munhall. Mayor Bodner has always been a strong supporter of not only Munhall, but also the Still Valley. He has been a long time and important member of the Still Valley Enterprise Zone Corporation, supporting our collaborative economic development efforts. The board and the private sector representatives of the Still Valley Enterprise Zone Corporation Board of Directors value the participation and support of economic and community development and congratulate Mayor Bodner for his long time public service. Sincerely, Catherine Lesko, President. The mayor, as everybody knows, the chief is is his employee, and he's been the chief with Pat about 10 years, 12 years now. Do you want to say something, Pat?
Sure. As Rob just said, I've worked hand in hand with the mayor for 12 years. I've worked for him for 21 with the borough. I've known him since I was a kid. He happens to be my next door neighbor. He's a good, him and Mrs. Bodner are great neighbors. He's a great guy to work for. He's been loyal to me. He's been loyal to the borough. He's been loyal to the department. And most of all, he's been loyal to his borough for 52 years. I think this is well-deserved honor, and I'm happy to be here for it. Congratulations,
In the 10 years I've been here with the mayor, we've had a lot of good times. I've learned a lot from the mayor, and I can't say that we've always agreed every time, but I'd say about 98% of the time we agree. So I think we have a good working relationship, and we have a good mayor, and we're lucky to have him.
Thank you, Rob.
And we have a couple other here tonight. We have Austin Davis here from the County Executive's Office with a proclamation for you.
Well, thank you, President Falls, council members, Mayor. Congratulations. I have a proclamation. I'm not going to read it. You're going to hear a lot of proclamations, but I'm just going to kind of speak for the heart. Mayor, the mayor was one of the first people I met when I got involved in politics eons ago when I was in high school and just became a Democratic committee man. And over the years, I've got to work with him more from the county executive's office. And I think one of the things that stands out the most about the mayor is he is the epitome of a public servant. And I think most of you who attend these meetings pretty regularly know he's a straight shooter. He doesn't pull any punches. But it's always for the betterment of Munhall, and not just Munhall, but the Mon Valley and this county. So on behalf of the county executive and the 1.2 million residents of this county, I want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for making this a better place to live. And I hope as a young person in government and politics, I learn a lot from you daily, so please keep on pushing. Thank you.
Austin. Thank you, Austin.
He asked for $1.2 million on the way. He always gets it.
Cincinnati flyover when you go back, Austin. He still wants that flyover.
Yeah, I know. He put his pitch in.
We have a presentation from Senator Costa.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We'll take in the small sums too, right, Ray?
Yeah.
But thank you very much, Rob and Mayor and Jane. Congratulations to both of you. First and foremost, on 60+ years of marriage. That's a tremendous honor, and God bless you. And Jane, particularly God bless you, because I know the work that the mayor does and has done for so many years, certainly for Munhall Borough, but for the Still Valley community and the Mon Valley region as a whole. Driving back over here today, I was thinking about all the times that I've had the chance to interact with Ray in his capacity as mayor, but also in other capacities as well. And I harken back to one of the first times that I met, 20 years ago when I ran for this position as state senator. I was suggested to me that if I wanted support from the Still Valley or the Mon Valley, that it would be wise for me to maintain an office, a district office, in the Mon Valley. It wasn't necessarily Homestead, it wasn't going to be West Homestead, it wasn't Munhall. But the point that Ray made at that point in time was how imperative it was to have a connection to government, state government, whether it be on Main Street or whether it be on 8th Avenue or wherever it might be. And he made a strong pitch for that. And you all know to this day, we still are part of the Still Valley community. And it starts from the conversations I had with Ray and Betty and John did that. That's another thing I think is really important. The way in which Ray and these guys, Betty and John, the three mayors, as we know them as, how wonderful they work together on a variety of issues representing the Still Valley as a whole. And John, my hat's off to you, and Betty and Ray for the work that you all have done, because you don't see that. It's not replicated anywhere else in this county that I know of, where three communities work together, where they share common major roadways, they share major development, they share a school district. All those things that I think are critically important to where people want in their communities. So you've all been blessed for a number of years to have somebody along those lines who's been a significant partner along those lines. And Ray, as you know, all my interactions with Mayor Bodnar have been about what's good for the borough and what's good for the Still Valley. I don't think ever once that I've heard him ask me for something for him or his wife or his family or anybody else, but always looking out for the residents of Munhall Borough. And I can tell you from conversations about driving out grant dollars to the community, whether they were police dogs, whether they were police cars, jail cells, things on 8th Avenue, you name it, we've worked together, Ray, to drive resources here, all for the betterment of the community as a whole. And your work for the borough, your work for the Still Valley Council of Governments and the things we've done there as well in the building and the facility, driving resources there as well. It's always been something that's been a pleasure for me. So as Austin Davis said, you are a role model for government officials. And I know I've only been around probably about half the number of years you've been around. I hope to be able to continue to serve in the same manner that you have represented this community of Munhall for so many years. You've been a tremendous mentor for a lot of folks. You've been a tremendous leader and a tremendous jewel as a local government official for Munhall Borough. So congratulations to you. I also have a citation that has been signed by our Senate, recognizing many of the things that we've talked about, your years of service and the like. And had it been 20 years ago, Ray, I probably would have been able to read it to you. But now that I don't have any glasses with me, and unfortunately, and I'm not going to be able to do that, but what you need to know is that it comes from the heart. And something that's been a pleasure for me to work with you for all these years. I look forward to continuing to do it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that my colleague, Senator Jim Brewster, your fellow mayor, wanted to make certain that he passed on his congratulations to you and his thanks to you, because as you made Munhall a better place to live, so did the whole Mon Valley community become a better region for all of us. So, well done, Mayor. Thank you very much. Many, many more years. Jane, all the best to you as well. Put this over here.
Okay, thanks, Jane.
And there's just one more to add to it. Mark Gergley said, also has, our state legislator, has also has a proclamation for you, and we will just, all the same whereas and stuff. We also will put that one to the file. At this time, we're going to take a short recess. We have a lot of people here like Austin and our senator, and anybody wants to talk to Ray a little bit. We're going to go over to the community room. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, we've had only 2 mayors in Munhall. There's one right back there. That is the Gummy Knight, and this is our second mayor, Raymond Bodnar, and it's definitely time that we honor him with his picture up there. Mayor and Mrs. Mayor, if you can do the unveiling.
Flip it. None.
All right. Yeah, very nice.
Who's the old guy?
That's great.
Remember when that hair was a different color? Right. Well, under remarks, I just want to thank so much my colleagues, my friends, Jay Costa, for being there for me. I'm always on his back, and I always will continue on behalf of Munhall to be on his back, and he knows that. And Austin, the same way with Fitzgerald, I'll be on his back about to fly over some more. Real bad. I know. Real bad, he knows it. And Gergley too, as far as he goes. I also want to thank my neighbor, Pat Campbell, the chief and his family, Katie and his wife, and I guess Patrick's outside, that's my man, that's the next chief. And, he's a great, but thanks for coming up, I really appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate all you people coming up and, saying, well, just being here. I am so honored by my council. Last year, we had a different council. This year, we have some new ones. And I could go around and smack them in the face, some of them. They were my ball players, so you know how that goes. I had 40 years out here on this field. Now we're gonna have a new edifice out here, folks. We're gonna have William W. Knight Memorial Park out here, which I am definitely proud of. So proud, because we'll have all these activities right out here. And Mayor Knight deserved it. We go back a long way. And folks, I'll tell you this much. In these halls, in this building, the echoes of many guys, including John Tish on there from 1972.
Thank you, Mayor.
He made a comeback because they got younger. But anyway, John was there, and these guys right here, like I say, they're my ball players, including Eddie Pletch. Pepe, I've been fighting with him since he's been a fire chief. Rick Brennan, I've been trying to nail him down for 2 years now, and he'll be just fine. And Harvey, God only knows about Harvey. But he's a hell of a guy. And I'll tell you what, his boss over Woodland Hill and I come out of the same cloth. We're like that. And he always will be, George Novak. And also, Billy Chirpak out there. These are my ball players, which I am really proud of. You pick the paper up and you'll read about them all. Look at Jefferson Hills. My God, what a team. And they're talking about merging Clareton with them, football-wise. Are you kidding me? You'll need the Steelers to beat them. And that's the truth. But this field, I'm looking forward to, it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of money the guys are going to have to invest in this. This field needs to be secured, and we have to do our best in doing that. I want to recognize my colleague, John Dindak, that old goat, him and I want to recognize Wayne Cunningham, and just all the people. I'm honored. I thank you. I ask God bless you. I ask God bless Munhall Borough, and keep us rolling forward, because we will. We got some good leaders. We will. And the chief and I, while we don't see eye to eye, everything is like my son. I want you to know that. I love him. He's a great guy, and it's been a long 12 years, but Patrick and I, we run, the car runs the same direction, believe me. A lot of times nose to nose, but it runs the same directions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you being here, and I thank you, and I thank you for giving me this honor, the honor that this council has given me. And our manager, Bob Callen, I give him a lot of credit. He's got a hell of a job. I wouldn't take it. He does. He's a good man. And with that, I'll end it, and I thank you. And you didn't know I was a second mayor, huh? Think about it. Munhall was incorporated in what was it? 1901. And yet I'm the second mayor. Think about it. They were all burgesses up until 1953 or something like that. Everybody was a Burgess, including Burgess Larry, Burgess Williams, and all the way back. So when they changed the system, they made Mayor Knight the first mayor. So Bodner's the second mayor. But you know what? Gummy was here, what, 30-some years, and here I am. I didn't think I'd make 20. So I'll be here, folks, as long as you don't beat me up. Thank you.
glad to reconvene here our meeting